Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps, and today I created a super easy, colorful, and quick cat card for you. So I am going to start with a piece of white cardstock, mixed media cardstock, so it's a bit thicker, and I've got this cute Paws and Purrs stamp set and I'm using all the cats. There's all 5 cats. And we're going to make this quick, colorful card. And I really love how this card turned out. I think this type of card is a really fast way to make a bunch of cards because this doesn't take long at all. Because once you have this in your MISTI, you can just get your cardstock in and line it up. And imagine you could do this with any images. But these cats turned out so cute. It's a little bit artsy how this card came out, but I really just I just think it's so fun. So my background is a mini slimline. It measures 6.5 by 3.5. And I'm going to do like a rainbow order, but kind of with softer colors. So I have my Kitsch Flamingo, and because I have all my cats lined up, I am going to tape off or mask off the stamp next to it. And I actually get smarter in a minute once I get past this first cat. I'm going to ink it up twice. I want to make sure I get a nice, good stamping on this. And then I'm just going to bring in some more tape and tape this off. My next color is going to be dried marigold. So we're going to do a fun little orange. So we have a pink orange. So let me ink that up really quick. And then when you're, I needed a bigger piece here, but then I got smarter in just a second. But I make sure you take your masks off because I almost did stamp at one point with my masks on, and I've done that before. And then it just ruins your card, and nobody needs that. So just a friendly reminder, remove your masks. I'm going to ink that up one more time. But look at how cute these are. You know, these are the red rubber stamps, and you get such beautiful detail with that. Although, oh, there's where I'm being smart. I removed the previous stamps, and I only have to mask off one thing. Smart. But we're going to soften up these nice lines that the red rubber stamps create. This is Squeezed Lemonade. Then my next kitty is going to be Salvaged Patina. And then the final kitty will be Wilted Violet. So we've got this great little rainbow of color going across our card. So if you were going to do this in a mass producing way, don't take your stamps off. Just keep doing it with the masks. I know that seems obvious, but I know I would not think about it and then start taking all my stamps off and be like, oh my gosh, that's not what I needed to be doing. So if you're going to do it that way, just keep masking it off. Let's ink up our last little kitty one more time. Now we are going to take a distress sprayer, and I'm just going to lightly spray across the top, but I want enough where it's going to grab the edges of that ink and kind of blur some of the lines. So you might be able to see by like near the feet that's getting a little bit blurry. I'm going to use my heat tool and dry it, but as it dries more, it gets a little more blurry, which is what I am wanting to do. This is a step you do not have to do. I think it just feels a little artsy, and I love it. So I'm going to show you here. You can see it on the pink one, on the purple one. I mean, they all have a little bit of blurry lines, but I think that's so fun. Let's add a little more fun to this by doing some splatter. So I am just going to have a loose little mask here and just using the same coordinating ink, splatter each one of the kitties. I think this is what really made it so fun for me. It's just so colorful. The colors are so pretty. Who wouldn't want a card like this? Who wouldn't want this very fun, colorful card? So let's just go down the line with the dried marigold, with the squeezed lemonade. It's just easy to use a scratch piece of paper, and I don't mind if a little bit of the splatter gets to the next kitty. I just didn't want it to get like a ton on each one of the kitties. I kind of wanted to keep, for the most part, the colors in line with the cute little cats. Salvaged Patina, and then our Wilted Violet. Then I'm going to do one more thing with the ink. I just was kind of thinking, what do I need to do to the edges of this cardstock panel? So let's just take, again, the coordinating ink and just ink where that coordinating kitty is. So the Kitsch Flamingo where the pink is, the orange where the orange, yellow, yellow, and so on. Super simple and super easy, but I think it turned out really fun, and it gives this really fun, colorful frame. And it's totally fine to let the colors overlap a little because you're doing this in the rainbow order. These colors will mix well together, the ones that are next to it. So keep that in mind. If you decide to just do different colors, you know, you want a little bit of that blending. How cute is that? Okay, I stamped my sentiment from the You've Got a Friend stamp set. I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut that out. It says, anyone can be cool, awesome takes practice. I don't know, I just felt like that sentiment goes perfect with this card. I'm going to add some foam adhesive behind this, and I did adhere this panel to a mini slimline card base, which is 6.5 by 3.5. And we're just going to add our sentiment right to the top, and then this card is done. But like I said, this was quick and colorful, and I want to do this again with some other images. I think it would just be so fun. So I'm going to place that towards the top at the center. I love the black sentiment, the black ink, because it just really pops. But let's take a look at that. Look at how fun and easy this card was. I just think it is so, so cute. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope you felt inspired, and I hope you guys have a really, really amazing day.